Two dudes, one VHS. Rewind the time, no need to guess. Pop it in, press play, don't stress. It's a movie night, pure retro mess. Old tapes, big last memories flash. We're kicking it back when classics last. So grab some snacks and don't you fret. Two dudes, one VHS.
Welcome to Two Dudes, One VHS, the podcast where we rewind time one tape at a time.
Where we're dusting off those hard shell cases, popping in those classic flicks, and asking the big question, like, was this movie actually good, or were we just easily impressed in the 90s?
I'm Alex, that's Roma, and we're two dudes with zero regrets.
Well, mostly zero regrets. We're diving into the best and the worst of our childhood movies, from forgotten gems to blockbuster legends.
So grab your popcorn, adjust that tracking, and let's hit play on some sweet, sweet nostalgia. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. We're just doing a brief video here to introduce ourselves. Like I said, I'm Alex.
I'm Roma.
Roma, you got anything to say about yourself?
I'm just here for the dream, living the dream, trying to figure some stuff out, and let's see where this takes us.
Yeah, so essentially what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be breaking down some old movies. Now, when I say old, I'm not talking black and white. We are going to bust out some of those. No, well, Roma might be. We'll bust out some of those classic 80s, 90s, and we may dabble into the 2000s and on. We will see. But for now, it's nostalgia 100%.
Yeah. I'm really excited to watch our first movie and go through a bunch of the stuff that we were talking about, like seeing if there was something that we missed back in the 80s and 90s when we watched those movies. Maybe even seeing, questioning, was it actually really good? Was it decent or was it crap? Really?
Right. Yep. So what we're going to be doing, we'll rewatch a movie, the two of us, and we're going to play that movie back scene by scene. We're going to talk about each scene. What did we see? What did we think? What could have been done better?
Was the acting good? Did they pick the right actors? Who knows? Like, we may even make suggestions that some actors could have been replaced with somebody else.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm sure a lot of the gems that we'll watch, casting will be spot on, but, what if it was done nowadays?
Yeah.
Could it have been done by somebody else?
Yep.
I don't know. We'll chat. And at the end of the episode, Roma, we're going to give them a rating, right?
Yeah, we'll give them a rating. I don't know what we're going to figure out, if it's out of 5, out of 10. We'll figure that out as we go along.
Yeah, we're kind of just winging this right now.
Yeah, definitely.
We want to also hear from you guys. So we have an Instagram page and a YouTube setup. So we want you to make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on the Instagram. Roma, tell them where to find us.
Instagram, 2 dudes, 1 VHS, and YouTube, 2 dudes, 1 VHS. We have one video on there right now. That's our intro and logo for right now. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out.
Yeah. And once we're ready to post our first episode, we'll put up a teaser of what movie we're doing because we want to hear from you guys. Okay. Watch for it on Instagram. You'll see the post come up. What we want to see from you guys is throw a comment there. Tell us what you thought of the movie. Do you remember the movie? Have you ever seen it? Maybe you haven't. But let us know. Give us your review.
Yeah, that'd be nice if everybody would get involved in this one. We'd like to see how that goes.
Yeah, we're going to read those reviews during the podcast and compare them to our own at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So, Roma, what was your first experience with a movie?
Oh, this is my first ever movie I ever went to. It's going to sound weird. Was Oliver and Company from Disney.
Okay.
It was I was 9 and excited to go for my first ever movie, and really enjoyed it. Though I for a first movie, it wasn't the greatest, to be honest. But like the popcorn, the candies, everything that you got to see when you got in there, and it wasn't with adults, it was with like my cousins and stuff like that. So it was really a cool experience, but obviously not the greatest movie to have as your first movie.
No, it's all right. I personally don't even remember that movie. It was man, that's in the 80s. I'm trying to remember the plot of it, but I can't.
It was basically a cat, cartoon, obviously it's cartoon, cat that meets up with street rat dogs and cats and other things. And it was just like a happy Disney movie of him trying to find his place in life. And it was cool for a 7, 8 year old. But now
Right.
looking back at it, it's like I wish I would have saw something better, right? As your first movie, right? Your first should always be memorable. Again, it is memorable because I remember it, but it
Well,
would have been better to be like Star Wars or
yeah,
something
yeah,
I
yeah.
really
Right.
enjoy now, right? But I
That
wasn't born in the '70s, so I didn't get to see that,
that would have been great to see.
right?
Um, I
What was
was
your
born
first
in '70.
experience?
My first, okay. So my older sister was invited to our neighbor's birthday, and it was going to be at a movie theater, but she wasn't allowed to go anywhere without me. So she drugged me along, and I went to a different movie. They went to Strawberry Shortcake, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. And me and this girl's older brother went to go see a movie of his choosing. The movie was called Lady Hawk.
I
Okay,
think I've ever
so
seen that.
it's a fantasy movie. Okay, I remember not enjoying it back then because I was a young kid. I think I was around the same age, 7 or 8. I would have been okay going to Strawberry Shortcake or Oliver and Company, but I went to Lady Hawk. Okay, so let me read you some of the cast here. And I totally didn't appreciate it, and I should go back and rewatch it. But Rutger Hauer, if
Okay.
I'm pronouncing that right, Michelle Pfeiffer, Matthew Broderick, Alfred Molina, Doctor Octopus. Like these were all are all huge people who back in the day, they would have been fairly young. The movie was in '85.
Yep.
Uh, the premise was there was an evil curse placed on this loving couple where they couldn't be in the same room at the same time. You know, it was the curse was transforming one of them into an animal. So they
Weird.
had to break the curse. Yeah, weird, weird, weird. But I want to go back and see it, and maybe I'll appreciate it a bit more now.
Yeah, you were young, so maybe you would appreciate it more now.
What about rentals?
Ooh, always used to go to the same rental place way before Blockbuster. It was called Matinee Video. Used to love going in there. Would rent at least one video game that I was allowed to get, and then up to 3 movies every weekend. And it was
Nice.
great. It was back in the day when you walk in somewhere and all you smell is cigarette smoke and all that stuff because you could smoke everywhere, right? So it was great. They didn't have, and then you got to see all the movie posters that they had of every movie that was either upcoming or already being ready to rent. Like those were the days when you got to see the advertisements for the movies coming out. Now it's like every time you go to a movie theater, you get like what is it, like 20 or 30 trailers before you even get to watch the movie
Right, and
itself.
usually the trailers usually show you the entire movie, so
Exactly.
it's a waste.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like the good old days of movie rentals was just having that family time to go and rent a movie or two to watch Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
me too. I remember we would go to the 24-hour video store. Again, this was before there was a Blockbuster in the area. My parents wouldn't want to travel all the way to a Blockbuster when there's a perfectly good video store right here.
yeah.
So the typical there was, if you didn't get a new release, which was a 1 day rental, you had the 3 day rentals, which
Yeah.
were just, like freshly off that new release wall.
Exactly.
But those ones cost money too. You know what's better? 7 movies for 7 days for $7.
Yep.
That's the pile we would get from.
Yep. And those
So
were the
we
ones
would
that were even older too, right? That weren't even new.
significantly older.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we would be going up and down those aisles: action, horror, comedy, drama, looking for 7. It didn't matter. We may only want 3, but we got 7 because
You
it was
actually
only
got to watch
$7.
horror films with your family?
Oh, tons,
Really?
tons. I am so desensitized
I
to
never got
horror
to
movies.
never got to watch a single one with my parents. They were scared every time. They never wanted to watch. They didn't believe in that stuff. They thought it
Oh,
was
come
like
on.
that if you watched it, the ghosts would come into your home. It was
Mm,
the worst.
That's fair.
I
It's probably
I
true.
watched my first one when I was 9 years old. It was the first Chucky movie.
Okay.
And that was the year that they came out with, remember those dolls, the My Buddies?
Yep. Yep. My buddy
Yes.
and me.
Yeah. So I woke up in the middle of the night to go watch it because we had one of those boxes that you could watch the movie channels. And I watched it. And that Christmas, I got that My Buddy. To this day, it's still at my mom and dad's house in the box in a closet because I never opened it up because I was terrified that that thing was going to kill me.
That's funny. Yep. I also saw Child's Play when I was a kid. But like I said, 7 movies. Sometimes my dad would grab 7 horror movies.
Wow.
And they would be complete B, even C movies. Like really bad acting, but back in the 80s, it didn't matter. As long as the movie had a whole bunch of blood, some
Yep.
gore, and some boobies, it was a top tier movie. It
Yep.
was great, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, Sleepaway Massacre, Camp Massacres,
Cat
Slumber
massacres.
Party Massacres, and then, all the Jasons, all the Freddys,
Yeah.
all of those. Toxic Avenger was another
Ah,
one I would never have watched if my dad had never rented it.
Toxic Avenger was good. I like that one.
So good, so good, and they're remaking it,
Yeah.
and I'm a little worried about it. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, no, we'd go to the movie store every Friday. As I wasn't allowed out to play,
Yeah.
so what I did was played video games and watched movies.
Yep.
And
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
video games, I had a decent library, but like you, I rented some when I could. Um, Problem with renting them was I'm the only one who's playing them, so there's no value in it for my parents.
Right. Right.
So, well, no, put it back, put it back. We're getting these movies.
These are $3 for one night. This is seven for $7 for 7 days. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get it.
and that
Yeah.
game is who I can't even remember how long I'd get to keep it or what they ran, but yeah, there was no value. It was just throwing away money in their eyes because they
Yeah.
didn't need to. You got games at home. You've got lots of games. You play those games.
Yeah. You remember like all the advertisements that they used to have for like the movies, like the trailers and stuff like that, how they were like, I don't know, like they were more open-ended. Like the new trailers that they come out with now for movies, it's like you said, they let out the entire movie and it's like there's no point in or the
Right. Yeah.
best parts of the movie, there's no point in watching it until
Yeah.
it comes out on the streaming services, right? Like
There
back,
there are some times where you see a trailer and you've seen it so many times, then you go to the movie and you're like, "Hey, where the hell's that part from the trailer?
yeah,
It's not even in the freaking movie."
yeah, yeah.
It's weird, but well, we were living in a different time. You got to
That's
also remember when a movie went to the theater, it was in the theater for like 8 months.
oh God, yes. And then it was still like another 3 or 4 months before it came out on VHS or beta.
Right. Yeah. You had to wait. If you didn't go to the theater, you got to wait for that VHS. And then if you don't rent movies, you got to wait even longer till it's shown on TV and then it's edited completely. You're
Yep.
missing out all the good parts.
Yep.
Whereas now a movie will go to the theater for what? Maybe 2 months. And then in another month, it's starting to stream. You can rent or buy it on streaming platforms. And then a couple months later, you can watch it for free.
Yep. Yeah.
It's,
It's I guess it's the mentality of everybody now. They want it now,
yeah. Yeah.
right?
Don't get me wrong. I would have loved to have this much access to movies and TV shows back in the
Definitely.
day. But if I did, I'd probably have never gone to work. I probably would never done anything but sat there. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true too, but it's like it's just like all these new TV shows that are coming out that are basically movies. Each episode now, like example, Stranger Things that's going to be coming out this year, right? 2 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes, 2 hours and a half, 3 hours. They're small
Right.
little movies now, right? So if we had access to that back when we were younger, you're right. We probably would have never gone to school. We would have skipped every day. We would have never gone to work. We wouldn't be where we're at right now.
I'm
Let's just say
so
that.
glad that we had that thing to look forward to,
Yeah.
whether it was, you know, Thursday's new episode. And you're waiting all week long to see that show
Yeah.
because it only comes on that day, that time. You had to set your VCR if you weren't going to be home. If you had a VCR that had a timer recording,
Yeah.
if not, you're recording 6 hours of crap just so you can get
So
that
you-
show somewhere in there.
exactly.
It
That and the commercials, right? Like those were the only times you had bathroom breaks. You couldn't pause anything, right? If you were watching it live, you literally had 45, 50 seconds to get up, go to the bathroom, and then come
grab
back
a snack.
before the show started again, right?
Yeah, you had to do your business. You had to do it quick. Now, whatever. Let's just pause Netflix. I'm gonna run to the washroom for about 2 hours
And then scroll for 2 hours on your phone. Yeah.
It's pretty funny how it is now.
Yeah.
Like I said, it would have been awesome, but I love the patience that was built on us having to wait.
The patience, the having to wait, but also the family time. The family time
Right.
was good growing up. You got to spend time with everybody in one room with all your candies, popcorn, whatever you guys had, watching that movie together.
Yep.
And then when the naughty scenes came out, it was like, oh, cover your eyes.
Right. It was either cover your eyes or put your head under the blanket.
Yeah.
My parents would fast forward during those spots just to get through it. And back in the 80s, it was like all the time. Like most movies had a good 30 minutes of nudity sprinkled throughout
the whole movie. You're
so
right.
It was like, okay, again. Oh, okay, here we go again.
And especially if you were watching horror films with
right,
your family, there was more in those films than any other film.
Super awkward. Lots of awkward moments. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of times where, they'll grab the remote and then, oh, hit the wrong button. Oh no. And then you can hear exactly what's going on through your hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It was a good time. Good time to be alive.
It was good times. Kids nowadays don't have that patience.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Now they get a TV series. We'll use Stranger Things as an example. They get eight episodes and they can binge it an entire weekend, if not one day.
Yeah.
They feel accomplishment. It's like,
but then they also feel anger because they're waiting for the next season because they watched it all at once.
Yeah.
Right.
Here I was. If I tried to rent a TV series,
yeah,
and I only had it for 7 days, I'd have to rent it again.
Yeah.
Or suck it up and pay late fees.
Well, because not only that, because you got
26 episodes.
Yeah, each season is eight episodes. Now, when we were growing up, a full season was 20 to 24 episodes, right? And they were legit almost the full half hour. Because if you watch TV now, it's like probably 10, 15 minutes a show and 15 minutes of commercials. Back when we were watching TV, it was maybe 5 minutes of commercials and actually 25 minutes of show, right?
Right. And the fact that they call these new shows seasons kind of bugs me. Because the point of it being called a season is because it aired throughout an actual season, whether it's fall or summer.
Right.
TV had that time frame of seasons. So here's 26 episodes. You're going to watch one a day or one every Thursday every week for this entire season.
Exactly. And I'm going to get hate on this because people are going to hate me for saying this. I kind of like how Disney streaming service does it for some of their shows, not all of them, where they do release one episode out every week because it brings that nostalgia back that you have to wait that week to watch the next episode, right?
Yep.
Netflix did it first with releasing everything all at once, but now you're getting that yearly anxiety, right? Is that show going to get renewed? Because I need to watch the next season. I need to wait a year before the next one comes out, maybe 2, depending how long it takes to produce it. Disney produces it. They let out 2 episodes for the beginning and then 1 episode every week after that until it's ending. Gives you that anticipation and joy of I'm waiting for this show to come out. Right. It brings me back to when we were young.
I too am happy they do that.
Yeah.
But I too am angry when they do that. Because, sometimes I've got an abundance of time.
Right.
and I can watch 4 episodes of a TV show, but they only freaking gave me one. Now,
Right.
you know, I think it's just being spoiled with what we've been exposed to over so many years.
Right.
Like, God, remember pre-Netflix? Netflix was a box.
Yeah.
A
It
lot of
was
kids don't know that. It
yeah.
was a freaking vending machine box.
It was a vending machine box, and it was also like
Mail
Clubhouse where
in.
you mail it,
Yeah.
right? They
Yeah. And
mail
they
you
send you that paper sleeve with a disc in
with
there.
return postage on it. When you were done, you could have it for a month, you can have it for 2 months, you could have it for 3 months,
Yeah.
but you couldn't rent another one until you return that one back, and
Yeah.
then you would be able to rent another DVD,
Yeah.
right?
Crazy. Crazy where we are now.
Their only competition at that time was Redbox, I think it was called.
Never tried that one.
Yeah, I never tried it either because they never had a good movie selection. You look at it and they had nothing. Whereas Netflix actually had decent movie selection.
I remember after, well, when I was old enough, I had my own money, I had a vehicle. I went to a Blockbuster and nearly had an orgasm. Like, Blockbuster compared to my dinky little 24-hour video that my parents would take us to.
Right.
Blockbuster was phenomenal. The fancy cutouts, like T2 came out. There was a Schwarzenegger cutout, and they've got a TV playing with trailers and sometimes a movie.
Their
And I was
cutouts
like,
were phenomenal. They
oh,
had
it was like
every single
cool.
cutout for every new movie that came out, and it was a shame because I remember one time I asked if I could grab, I can't remember which one it was, but if I could grab the cutout when they were getting rid of it, and they said, no, we actually shred them all.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I couldn't
what?
imagine. Like, why? Why would you do that? What is wrong with you?
Right?
People would buy them. You've seen my house. I'd buy them. I'd display them for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
It's a shame.
Even in the movie theaters, if you look at the ones that are in the movie theaters, they're not allowed to give them out.
Right. Yeah, there's some cool ones that they get at the theaters.
Right? Those big giant ones that everybody takes pictures in front of. Like, I would love
Yeah.
to get my hands on some of those.
Yeah, like got to sit down at the Beetlejuice one where you sit
Yeah.
on the couch next to them. Super
Yeah.
cool. I'd cut that thing, attach it to my couch in the basement so
Yeah.
that you get an extra seat.
That'd be cool. That would be cool. But yeah, Blockbuster, their posters, their cutouts, just the experience at Blockbuster compared to what we grew up with. Like you
Mhm.
said, your 24/7 video, my matinee video. It was it was like walking into a movie theater, but you had more options.
Right. And then more video stores popped up. More
Yep.
small independent ones, and
Yep.
Rogers Video had their own, right?
Yep.
I still remember my cousin was over and we wanted to play a video game. So we needed to rent it because we didn't own it. Well, we called around because you could do that. You can call and say, "Hey, do you have so and so in?" No, we don't. Okay, thanks. And call another place. Hey, do you have this in? Oh, you do. Okay. So I'll tell you a little something. I'm not proud of it, but we found the game.
Yeah.
We were having a binge session where we were just playing VGs, and so I went and rented it, and I called them again, and I said, "Hi, hypothetically, if I lost this game, what would it cost me?" And she told me the cost, and I can't remember what it was, but it was definitely cheaper than buying the game.
Right.
Okay. So I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." Yeah, so we own a new game now. And I still have it. I bet you it's not in that drawer, but it's in here somewhere. And it's still in the Rogers Video case.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Here it is.
Oh my God.
Rogers Video, if you're out there, I don't think you are anymore, but I'm sorry. I did pay for it. It's not like I stole it. You told me the price, I paid for it. This was a platinum 1-day rental, okay?
Ooh.
What? Expensive game. Yeah. Look, I'll even show you what the game is. Don't laugh at me. This was pre-Mario Party. Okay, so this was Shrek Super Party. Back when they had instructions so old people could remember what all the buttons did. I don't do that anymore.
Shrek Party.
It was so awesome. We played this game. Well worth whatever it was, probably $20 that I had to pay for it.
Yeah. That's funny. That is funny. Pretty sure we probably still have some as well from Blockbuster, especially right before they closed down. We never returned them.
Well, Blockbuster, when they were shutting down, they discounted all the movies you could come and
Yes.
buy.
Yeah.
So my wife and I, we went and we bought Battlestar Galactica, the entire series.
Oh wow.
So, geez, I can't remember if it's 4 or 5 seasons. I apologize to the nerds listening or watching, but when you buy it from Blockbuster, it doesn't come in a box set. It comes in cases like that with one disc.
Oh.
So there were like 5 discs per season. So we have this many cases
That are all
just to have all
Blockbuster.
of them. Yeah, and then a few years back, maybe 10 years back, I found it as a box set, so it only takes up this much space as opposed to space. I still have the Blockbuster ones too, though. I'm not throwing them out.
No,
I had to pay for them.
those will be worth something one day. They'll be worth something one day, that's for sure. Well, are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Are they ready?
So-
Though?
I'm kind of ready. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you want to say, Roma?
That is it. Everybody just go look at our Instagram, go look at our YouTube, and give us some support, please.
Please, yeah, we'd really appreciate it. Okay, guys, we're going to be filming possibly once a week, so don't miss an episode. If we miss a week, we're sorry. We're just 2 dudes, 1 VHS. We got to share that goddamn thing, you know?
That's right. That's right. They're expensive now. They used to be cheaper. Now they're expensive again.
It's because they're hip.
I know.
All right, I
All
guess.
right.
Let's sign
Signing
off. Okay, guys. See you next time.